Hello, and thank you for joining SBTV News. I'm Sherelle Bay, reporting the latest and follow-up news from the SBTV newsroom, keeping you informed on what's going on in your community, where community news is your news, and we are the voice for the voiceless. Here's your follow-up news in case you missed it. A pregnant woman charged in stabbing death of man after argument in Austin home. A Cook County man released on bond after Chicago man killed in a hit and run. Woman fatally shot, man wounded while inside vehicle on Lakeshore Drive. Also, we have your source for the latest celebrity news. Get the latest celebrity photos, exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, plus celebrity videos. Then we have news your way. Community news is your news. And Talk Back with Sherelle, where you, the viewers, can call in with a question or a comment from last week's show. These are the follow-up stories from SBTV News. All of this right after this break.
Hey, what's up, guys? Boost your confidence with Shine Bright Like a Diamond teeth whitening services. Schedule an appointment today. Our in-office professional certified technicians can get your teeth up to 8 shades whiter in 1 hour, starting at $65. With our advanced teeth whitening gel, of course. Or if you're in a hurry and just need things to be a little bit brighter, we have our $20 15-minute treatment. You can also save $36 in our couple teeth whitening sessions. So come on down with your significant other to Shine Bright Like a Diamond, located at 10340 Southwestern Avenue, Suite 2D, or book an appointment at www.shinebrightteethwhitening.com or call 773-558-1891 to schedule a brighter smile now.
I enlisted as a medic to be there to help my patients, and after an injury, I found myself as a patient. I experienced post-traumatic seizures. Depression is a big one that comes along with it, PTSD. So I pursued my PhD in neuroscience and regenerative medicine. The coalition has helped fund my academic pursuits. They genuinely care about helping the vet in whatever way that they can. Through supporting the coalition, you're supporting some of the veterans that have the biggest needs.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Federal investigators blame human error for a deadly natural gas explosion.
We all remember where we were that morning.
We could actually see the smoke from our farm here, which is close to 20 miles away.
I started to pull right off the bat. Both tractors just kind of started to spin out, and those are big tractors. So I knew something wasn't right. Out of nowhere, I just heard a big boom. The tile plow ruptured into the pipeline. Once the gas got through the intakes of the tractors is when it ignited. As soon as I heard that boom, I started running as fast as I could. The ground literally started erupting from my feet.
They were highly respected and they were good at what they did. It was one of those accidents that, when it was done, made people step back and pause. If an accident can happen to them, it can happen to anyone.
Watch the rest of the story at 3secondslater.org. And remember, Farm Safe starts by contacting 811.
Welcome back. Dateline October 25th, 2022. A pregnant woman charged in stabbing death of man after argument in Austin home. After an alleged argument over reheating food, a pregnant woman has been charged with fatally stabbing the father of her unborn child inside an Austin neighborhood home. Keisha Golden, age 33, has been charged with 1 count of first-degree murder after she allegedly killed a 30-year-old man inside the home they shared in the 5100 block of West Augusta Boulevard. Golden remains hospitalized and did not appear for a hearing where a Cook County judge issued her a $2 million bond. According to Cook County prosecutors, Golden and the man got into a verbal argument around 3 a.m. over who could reheat their food in a microwave first. Golden knocked a plate of food out of the man's hand before he grabbed her and pushed her into a counter. Prosecutors said a relative separated the pair. and the man walked away into a bedroom at the home, but Golden allegedly went to that room multiple times to try and continue their argument. She then grabbed a knife from the kitchen and walked back to the bedroom again. A family member tried to stop her from going any further, but she allegedly lunged around him and stabbed the victim once in his thigh, hitting his femoral artery. Golden then allegedly dropped the knife and fled, and the man was taken to a local hospital where he died. Witnesses in home called police and identified Golden as the person who stabbed the victim. As officers arrived to the home, Keisha returned and admitted stabbing the man after their previously altercation had ended. Prosecutors noted that Golden and the victim had a history of domestic violence, with 5 separate police reports filed between them from July to September. 4 of those cases involved allegations of violence committed by the victim against Golden, including accusations that he slapped, choked, punched, and pushed Golden. In the 5th case, which occurred in late August, Golden allegedly stabbed the man in his neck. He was hospitalized, but prosecutors said he declined to press charges. Prosecutors sought to have Golden held without bail during her hearing, but a judge refused to do so because Golden was not present for the hearing. She is due back in court for another hearing where her current bond will be reviewed. A Cook County judge reduced bail for Golden charged with first-degree murder so she won't have to give birth behind bars. The decision got no argument from the prosecutors, even though they asked a different judge to hold Golden without bail. Assistant State's Attorney Ann McCord Rogers said that after reviewing the case, her office will support Golden's release. Rogers said prosecutors had no intention of dropping or reducing the charge against the 33-year-old expectant mother. The defense attorney Kohler said Golden had previously called police more than 50 times to report abuse by Sidney. She also said that Sidney lost custody of his children in Wisconsin with another woman when he was accused of physical abuse. Kohler cited a 2019 Illinois law that set a state policy against jailing pregnant women unless they are believed to be a danger to the community. Kohler argued that Golden had never been arrested and could stay with her sister if released. Golden repeatedly claimed she had acted in self-defense. Golden's bail was reduced to $50,000, which would require her to post $5,000 bond to be released. The judge, who appeared to struggle with the decision, said she ultimately decided that releasing Keisha Golden was in the best interest of this unborn child. Next up, Dateline June 28, 2022. A 49-year-old suburban man has been arrested and charged months after allegedly striking a pedestrian with his vehicle, killing him, and then fleeing the scene. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart said officers responded to Loyola University Medical Center in Forest Park after a relative of 60-year-old Raul Diaz reported him missing. The relative told police that Diaz of Chicago left the hospital around 9 p.m. the night before to return to his vehicle, which was parked across First Avenue in the Miller Meadow Forest Preserve parking lot. When officers went to search the area, they found Diaz lying along the shoulder of the road. Police said it had appeared that he was struck by a vehicle while crossing the street. Diaz was pronounced dead at the scene. During the investigation, police identified the vehicle involved in the hit and run as a black 2017 Cadillac XTS sedan. They identified the vehicle's owner as Derek Young of Broadview. Police say they obtained surveillance video and phone records that showed Young was at the scene driving his vehicle and using his cell phone around the time Diaz was struck. On October 23rd, Young was arrested and charged with failure to report an accident causing death. His bond was set at $50,000 and he was released after posting 10%. Coming up, Dateline October 24th, 2022. A woman was killed and a man was critically wounded by gunfire while inside a vehicle on Chicago's DuSable Lakeshore Drive. Around 1:18 p.m. on October 24th, police say the two victims were inside a vehicle in the 4500 block of South Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lane when they were struck by gunfire. The 26-year-old woman was shot in the head and the 31-year-old man was struck in the body and legs. They were both transported to the University of Chicago Hospital in critical condition. The woman was later pronounced dead. Police said nobody was reported in custody. The investigation is ongoing. America, this shooting has got to stop. Innocent people are dying senselessly, and bystanders are losing their lives. It's got to stop. Coming up, the latest celebrity news. Hollywood legend Dick Van Dyke hands out money to struggling people standing in line for jobs. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, guys? Boost your confidence with Shine Bright Like a Diamond teeth whitening services. Schedule an appointment today. Our in-office professional certified technicians can get your teeth up to 8 shades whiter in 1 hour starting at $65. With our advanced teeth whitening gel, of course. Or if you're in a hurry and just need things to be a little bit brighter, we have our $20 15-minute treatment. You can also save $36 in our couple teeth whitening sessions. So come on down with your significant other to Shine Bright Like a Diamond, located at 10340 Southwestern Avenue, Suite 2D, or book an appointment at www.shinebrightteethwhitening.com or call 773-558-1891 to schedule a brighter smile now.
Federal investigators blame human error for a deadly natural gas explosion.
We all remember where we were that morning.
We could actually see the smoke from our farm here, which is close to 20 miles away.
I just heard a big boom. The tile plow ruptured into the pipeline. Once the gas got through the intakes of the tractors is when it ignited. I started running as fast as I could. The ground literally started erupting from my feet.
Watch the rest of the story at 3secondslater.org. And remember, Farm Safe starts with 811.
Dateline, May 29, 2021. Hollywood legend Dick Van Dyke hands out money to struggling people standing in line for jobs. Dick Van Dyke was spotted giving back to his Malibu community. The 95-year-old actor visited a local CVS pharmacy before stopping by a bank to withdraw a bundle of cash. Van Dyke drove to a Malibu Community Labor Exchange on Civic Center Way, a nonprofit organization that helps locals find day job in the area. The actor was seen handing out wads of cash to people waiting in line from the window of his car. Van Dyke left a small group of job seekers stunned after parking outside the facility and handing out money from his car window to people waiting in line for employment. Dick Van Dyke, the beloved Mary Poppins star who played Chimney Sweep Bert in the 1964 classic alongside Julie Andrews. What a classic. He set aside some time to pay it forward. Van Dyke has done more than his share when it comes to acts of kindness. He's known for spending over 20 years volunteering at LA shelter The Midnight Mission. He's also served as a spokesperson for the Cell Therapy Foundation and the National Reed Syndrome Foundation. Now that just touched my heart. I had to share this story because I'm a humanitarian and a philanthropist, and anybody who knows me knows that I believe in paying it forward. I'm talking about the acts of kindness from the legendary actor Dick Van Dyke, handing out wads of cash to struggling job seekers. It is unknown how much money the actor handed out, but it was clear the recipients were touched by his heartwarming acts of kindness. What a great deed. Look at him. He gets around gracefully to be 95. I guess the secret to aging gracefully, it may just be taking a step out of Van Dyke's shoes by giving to others and dancing and singing whenever we can. Just like Van Dyke. For proof, just watch this video of Van Dyke dancing in a department store. Here, take a look. Amazing, right? Up next, community news is your news. Keeping you informed on businesses who still has their doors open during and after the pandemic. Community news is your news. Here, take a look. Hi, I'm Sherelle Bay reporting live for SBTV News. You know our catchphrase, community news is your news. We are the voice for the voiceless. I'm standing here in front of Sharks Fish and Chicken, located at 10255 Southwestern Avenue in Chicago, Illinois, on the corner of 103rd and Western, to inform the community that their doors are still open for business during and after the pandemic. Sharks Fish and Chicken has been servicing the community needs for over 15 years, but at this location, 1 year. They specialize in fish, chicken, and rice bowls, just to name a few. Mo and his brother Amar are the proud owners of Sharks Fish and Chicken. Their hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So stop sharking around and come on down. The next time you're in the Beverly area, stop by Sharks Fish and Chicken for their famous fish and wing combo with lemon pepper, or call them at area code 773-900-9060 to place your order. They cook your food fresh while you wait. And remember, if you mention you heard their story here on SBTV News, you will receive $2 discount off your order as a new customer. That does it for this SBTV Community News. Find out what's happening in your community on SBTV News. And if you have a story you would like for us to report to your community, email your story to sbtvnews10340@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Sherelle Bay, reporting live for SBTV News. Hi, I'm Sherelle Bay, reporting from the SBTV Newsroom. You know our catchphrase, community news is your news, and we are the voice for the voiceless. I'm excited to inform you about an award-winning nonprofit organization, Totally Positive Productions, TPP. TPP has been servicing several communities for 29 years. Their mission is to produce a positive platform for youth ages 7 and up, as well as adults, to grow mentally, academically, and socially. Tajadina Jones is the executive director of TPP. With your support, TPP can continue to produce talent shows to help a diverse community. Here's how you can help. To make a donation, visit Totally Positive Productions online at www.totallypositiveproductions.com and make your donation as little as $10, $25, $50, or $100. And please, don't forget to take advantage of their tax benefits. The TPP family wants to thank you in advance for your generous support. Well, that does it for this SBTV Community News. Find out what's happening in your community on SBTV News. And if you have a story you would like for us to report to your community, email your story to sbtvnews10340@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Sherelle Bay, reporting from the SBTV Newsroom, Chicago, where community news is your news. News your way. Stay safe, everybody. See you next time on SBTV News.
Hey, what's up, guys? Boost your confidence with Shine Bright Like a Diamond Teeth Whitening Services. Schedule an appointment today. Our in-office professional certified technicians can get your teeth up to 8 shades whiter in 1 hour, starting at $65. With our advanced teeth whitening gel, of course. Or if you're in a hurry and just need things to be a little bit brighter, we have our $20 15-minute treatment. You can also save $36 in our couple teeth whitening sessions. So come on down with your significant other to Shine Bright Like a Diamond, located at 10340 Southwestern Avenue, Suite 2D, or book an appointment at www.shinebrightteethwhitening.com or call 773-558-1891 to schedule a brighter smile now.
Here it is. Look how cheap it is.
Go for it, Steph.
Be careful what you buy online.
It's finally here.
Counterfeit products are illegal. They are fake and can be damaging to you, your property, and your wallet.
It looks real, but I don't have a good feeling about this. Whoa. No, get out! Go!
Buying fake products can cost you the health of your face, skin, and eyes, or scar you for life. Real products are tested for safety. Buy the brand. Protect yourself. This message is brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
You're smart. Buy smart.
Go for real.
Go for real.
Go for real. Federal investigators blame human error for a deadly natural gas explosion.
We all remember where we were that morning.
We could actually see the smoke from our farm here, which is close to 20 miles away.
I started to pull right off the bat. Both tractors just kind of started to spin out, and those are big tractors. So I knew something wasn't right. Out of nowhere, I just heard a big boom. The tile plow ruptured into the pipeline. Once the gas got through the intakes of the tractors is when it ignited. As soon as I heard that boom, I started running as fast as I could. The ground literally started erupting from my feet.
They were highly respected and they were good at what they did. And it was one of those accidents that, when it was done, made people step back and pause. If an accident can happen to them, it can happen to anyone.
Watch the rest of the story at 3secondslater.org. And remember, Farm Safe starts by contacting 811.
Welcome back. Talk Back with Sherelle. This is where you, the viewers, call in to ask a question or leave a comment about last week's show. The lines are now open. Talk Back with Sherelle. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Sherelle. This is Charles from the south side of Chicago.
Hi, Charles. Thanks for calling in. What's your question or comment?
I have a comment on the Tyler Walford story. First, very unfortunate. Second, confirms just because of the uniform you're wearing doesn't make you exempt from making very bad decisions. We all need policing.
Charles, I agree with you. It's a very sad story, very sad. I think we need to give it up to God and pray for clarity and direction in order to prevent situations like this from happening. Andress Wofford lost her life, and Pierre Tyler will lose his life if convicted. And their 9-month-old daughter they conceived together will grow up without a mother and father. It's sad, just sad. This didn't have to happen. We got to do better, America. Thanks for your comment, Charles. Next caller, you on the air. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hey, how's it going, Sherelle? This is Paul from the West Side.
Hi, Paul. What's your question or comment?
I just have a comment about the hammer situation. If the friend was such a good friend, instead of getting the kids out of the car, that she should have stopped the fight. I don't know, the kids wouldn't have been in any danger if the fight would just stop.
Thank you, Paul, for your comment. And I do agree with you, Paul. The children shouldn't have to been exposed to the situation under any circumstances. We have time for one more caller. Caller, you on the air? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Cheryl. This is Rafael from Northside Chicago.
Welcome to the show, Rafael. What's your question or comment?
I had comment about the Isaac story. I think the mother is doing excellent job in raising Isaac. More parents should raise their children like Isaac to help their community.
Thank you, Rafael, for your comment. And I definitely agree with you. Based on Isaac's action, his mother Claire has done a phenomenal job on raising this young man. Okay, America, that was Talk Back with Sherelle. I'd like to thank all of my callers for calling in, Charles, Paul, and Raphael, with your questions and comments. And I'm looking forward to great questions and comments on next week's show because your voice does matter. Well, that does it for this SBTV News Dateline. Stay up to date on follow-ups, crime, and events in your community. Find out what's happening in your community on SBTV News. And if you have a story you would like for us to report to your community, email your story to sbtvnews10340@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Remember, your voice matters. Don't forget to subscribe to SBTV News on YouTube. Hold up. Just one more thing. I never like to close this program without leaving you with some words of encouragement. Remember, God is like oxygen. You can't see him, but you need him to survive. I'm Sherelle Bay, reporting from the SBTV Newsroom, Chicago, where community news is news your way because your voice matters. Stay safe, everybody. See you next time on SBTV News.
Closed captioning for SBTV News has been brought to you by Shine Bright Like a Diamond Teeth Whitening Services.